Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of Neverland's Legacy, the legend of Peter Pan and his allies. We were able to find our first hostage, being John, basically the brother of Wendy Darling. Unfortunately, he's surrounded by a lot of pirates, and the same is true for the whole deck, so we see a lot of snipers. And as a matter of fact, both of our heroes are pretty beaten. So Peter just got his 4th despair token. He's nearly fallen. It's pretty similar for Tinkerbell here with 2 wounds right now. So yeah, I think there's really something we have to do. But of course, we really have to get John out of here because, yeah, Peter falls, for example, then he will be ignored by all the pirates, then maybe Tinkerbell, maybe next. And if all of those snipers would activate, this would really mean game over because then John would be killed. And I think this is something we don't want to happen. Apart from that, I think we were doing fine. But as I'm learning the game, I really did some very stupid mistakes in respect to the strategy, at least. I really should have used the taunt action more often. That's for sure now. And yeah, Paul made me aware that I also forgot to use the proper sound like this one here. And yeah, as a matter of fact, I will use it as of this episode. And I think let's get right into it. And as Peter has 4 despair tokens, it means I have to roll all 4 stones of chance. Basically, all of our 4 actions are forced actions. So really, let's see what comes out of this. And unfortunately, I didn't get any rest icons whatsoever, and not even a courage item too. So I will not be able to lose despair or any wounds. Wow, that's really tough. But yeah, nothing I can do about it, I guess. So in this case, yeah, let's start with a fight action here. And with a fight action, I want to get rid of the raider and one of the snipers. Keep in mind his special ability allows him to deal wound to 2 different enemies. That's definitely not a bad start for him. Wow, this was really a bad result, to be honest. I think... what should I do? Okay, no, I think next I want to move. Yeah, so I will move Peter Pan up to the mid deck and he will take John with him, which is perfectly legal. The only restriction there is I'm not allowed to move into a space with a hostage that contains, let's say, pirates. Then I have 2 more actions, one being a search action, which I cannot use there. And then I have a taunt action, and unfortunately the taunt action I have to use, that's for sure. So let's move the sniper to our space. I could also move the brute up there, but I think I feel more comfortable with a sniper right now. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of Peter Pan's turn. Yeah, I will basically forfeit the search action. I could use my destiny token right now, and yeah, don't know. Kill that sniper. Yeah, maybe I really should do that because otherwise Peter Pan would be out. But then I'm also losing one. No, I take the chance. I take the chance. So I will end his turn. I will draw his threat card. And here it's the red threat being activated. So let's see. So this guy will move up to the bow because there is a search token waiting for him. And this guy down there will search. So let's grab this token. Let's grab ourselves our search card. And here we see some pirate loot. Oh, wow. Woo! Okay, when drawn by an enemy, which just happened, that discard aside. When a 3rd treasure is set aside, place a random named enemy. What? Okay, yeah, let's keep it. That's the first one. So right now we are still doing okay, but we still have to spawn a new raider here. The stern. He also brings a search token with him, and we have to place an additional search token down here at the galley. Okay, this was the turn of Peter. Let's move over to Tinkerbell. She currently has 2 despair tokens, so she has to roll 2 of those dice. And this is a good one because when rolled during this morale check, we can basically treat this die as a chosen action. So that's definitely good. And here we have a courage action, which also allows me to, remove 1 despair. I really hope that Peter would have rolled it, but that's certainly a good roll for her. And I think, with the first action, we really want to get John to safety. I think that's clear. So that's her first chosen action. she will move here to the captain's cabin. Then she will use her, what is it, courage action, this one here, to remove one despair token from Peter. We definitely need some choices during that next turn. Then she will use this die here, the rest die, and keep in mind she can use it as a chosen action, and her chosen action will be to fight that sniper here. She has still one more action left, and I think with this she wants to get rid of one wound token. She cannot heal Peter, unfortunately, so she can only rest herself, basically. And now I'm really thinking of using that destiny token here in order to bring John to safety. But right now he's doing okay, I guess, to be honest. Because I think even if the raiders would activate, he's in no harm. Of course, they could always appear, whatever, snipers and something like that, but they will not activate right away. So I think John is pretty much safe at this point in time. On the other hand, there are a lot of search tokens down in the hole, so we will definitely find some fairy dust sooner or later. Should I do that? Yeah, why not? So let's use that destiny token and let's bring John to safety onto Neverland. Okay, we are 1/3 through the game. Hooray! Because we still have to find Michael and we still have to defeat James Hook. And James will appear as soon as we find the second orphan, or the second hostage in this case. Okay, but this was her turn for sure. So let's draw her threat card. And wow, this time the yellow thread will get activated. We are really incredibly lucky. Wow, okay, this was definitely a close call. So we will definitely activate all 3 of those. They will all go here to the crew quarters because there is their hunting priority in this case. This is basically, or those are basically all the snipers that are on board, but of course we still have to spawn new ones. One goes here onto the crow's nest. He will bring a search token with him, and there's another one that will appear here in the galley. Okay, overall, that's something we can deal with. Yeah, that's the case. Let's move over to Peter again. And this time we have to roll only 3 despair dice, basically. Okay, that's a rest action, so we can use it. This is a move action, which is good. And we have a search action. So I think overall that was definitely a much better roll, that's for sure. And yeah, what am I supposed to do with that? Let me think about it. So we basically have 2 forced actions and yeah, 2 free action, because this is also chosen action, let's put it that way. So let's just use this die here to rest. So this definitely helps us a lot. We still have 2 more actions, and I think maybe I should not spend any dice right now. So I will spend this coin here in order to taunt this guy down here from the crow's nest, and I think I will spend an additional coin to taunt another guy, and I think I will go for the raider here. I think this wasn't that, or not a bad decision. We still have 3 more actions, yeah, and basically 2 of them are still forced actions. And I think with my chosen action, with my free chosen action, I will do a fight action. So I will kill both of those guys. That's definitely not a bad thing. We still have 2 more actions, but those are both forced actions. But I think that's okay because those are move and search. So let's simply move, whatever, move here. Yeah, why not? And with a 4th action I will search. So let's see what we get. Fairy dust! Can you believe that? Wow, that's great. That's really great. So let's give this to Peter. And I just noticed I can also use it to make enemies ignore me while moving for the rest of the turn. So I can really move ahead with that. That's great. That's really great. Unfortunately, we are out of actions, and right now I really don't want to use my destiny die at this, or destiny token at this point in time. So let's simply draw our threat card. And wow, we just found our first named enemy. Draw and place a random named enemy. Okay, so we have Gentleman Starkey, Bill Jukes, and Mr. Smee. You would draw this at random, so I will roll a die. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. cards. Let's see. Okay, we will see Gentleman Starkey. He will appear on the stern. Gentleman Starkey was once an usher in a public school. Can you believe that? And was still squeamish. He made a point of not harming hostages and was one of the 2 pirates who survived the final fight with Peter Pan and the Lost Allies. First of all, he gets activated when Wet Threat will be drawn, basically. Impeccable Manners. Move 1 location to the nearest character and deal a total of 2 wounds to characters. Their players choose how 2 wound tokens are being distributed, or kill a hostage in that location. Discover 2 raiders at Gentleman Starkey's location. Unfortunately, he will also get activated when the blue thread is being drawn. Then it would be a duelist. If there are no characters in his location, Gentleman Starkey taunts the nearest character on shipboard, moving them to his location. Gentleman Starkey deals 1 wound to a character in this location, and then he would discover 2 broods at Gentleman Starkey's location. Those also named enemies are pretty tough to deal with. So let's place him at the stern. And unfortunately, Gentleman Starkey is a pretty skilled fighter, so he can take 3 wounds and then until he would be defeated. So he has 2 wound slots, basically similar to our heroes in this case. And yeah, we cannot just simply assign fight actions. We also have to roll a die and hope for either this or that result. So basically looking for a 5 or a 6, just like in Arkham Horror. But we still have Tinkerbell with us, so she has to roll 2 stones of chance. So that's a search action and a move action. Okay, I think this is definitely something we can deal with. And I think right now we have to take care about this guy here. We could move down, but really wanted to search, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's the case. So she will spend her first action. She will use her first action, the move action. She will move here. Then she will use a free action to taunt this raider over to her location. She will then take her third action. This will also be a move action. This is a chosen action. And last but not least, she will use her second forced action in order to search. So we would remove this search token here. Let's draw a search card. And wow! Pirate chest. When drawn by a character, gain 3 coins in total. That's huge, because those coins are really great in order to taunt pirates to your location. And right now, should I use it? No, I think I'm fine. Let's not use it right away. But I think those were all of her actions. So let's draw the threat card for Tinkerbell. And again, we will see the yellow threat here. Oof, this is really bad. This is really bad. So we will see 1 pirate here at the crow's nest. And this is really, I hate this. But first, of course, we have to activate the guys here. So the sniper, he will clearly move down to the hold. Yep, that's the case. And next problem is here. So we will, I think the blue is still here, right? The first sniper, he will search. So let's draw a search card. And okay, old boot. Ooh, smells like wet dog. This card. Okay, this was okay, I guess. And those guys will all move down, yeah, because there is another search token down here. Okay, but overall that wasn't that bad. But still, I have to spawn 1 sniper here at the crow's nest. And as this guy is appearing at a location of character, this character will gain an additional despair token. Woof, I really hate this. But last but not least, we have to spawn a search token here at the mid deck. Okay, it's Peter's turn again. He has to roll 4 dice again. 2 times search, 1 free action, 1 fight action. Whoa. Okay, this really stinks, to be honest. Okay, he will fight. This lets him remove this sniper. This was his first chosen action. With his second forced action, in this case not a chosen action, forced action, this is now a chosen action because he rolled the rest symbol. I think he will move here to the mid deck. There he will use his third forced action to search this token. So let's see what he gets. Fairy dust again. Wow. Okay, that is definitely good. But unfortunately, he only has 1 more search token left. So we have to forfeit it as it is. Poof. Really stinks, but nothing we can do about it. This is already the end of his turn. So let's draw his threat card. And here we see the red threat being activated. I think this could really been worse, to be honest. So we will see this guy move either there or there. I think in this case he will move closer to Peter Pan. We are basically allowed to choose. Unfortunately, we have another raider down here in the crew quarters, so he will totally search this token. Let's draw a card. Michael Darling! Wow, okay. We found our second hostage here down in the crew quarters. Okay, it's always the places where we have the most pirates. If all hostages have now been drawn, also place Captain Hook. And yeah, we definitely have drawn all of our hostages. So we have to spawn James Hook here. I think he will not get activated this round. At least this is how I understand it when they are being chosen. So they will only activate the next round, but still have a look at his special abilities. First of all, he will appear in the captain's cabin. Makes sense somewhat. He will also get activated when the red threat is being drawn. Just happened, but I think really he will only get activated as of the next round. He will perfect form, move 2 locations towards the nearest character and deal a total of 2 wounds to characters there, or kill a hostage in that location. And he will discover 2 raiders in Captain Hook's location. And he also has a passive threat, Frightful Reputation. While Hook is in play, all other enemies activated twice when their threat color is drawn. Are you kidding me? Wow. And yeah, he also takes 3 wounds in order to get killed. But yeah, I think this time this is really tough one. I don't know what to do with that, to be honest. But of course, we still have to activate the red threat's ability of Gentleman Stalker. He will move 1 location towards the nearest character and deal a total of 2 wounds to characters there. And then we would discover 2 raiders at Gentleman Stalker's location. And guess what? We really do have a problem. So he will move here. He will deal 2 wounds to Peter Pan there. Unfortunately, he can only take 1 more wound, which means Peter Pan is now fallen. As Peter Pan has fallen on the same deck as Tinkerbell, she gets the despair token. Isn't that nice? No, it's not, but we still have to spawn 2 new raiders at the location of Gentleman Starkey there. But I think those were all of the activations we still have to discover. And we have more bad news that we have to discover a raider at Tinkerbell's location. We will also bring a search token with us. This means Tinkerbell also just got 4 despair tokens. Wow, this really, really sucks. But I think, yep, we have to place 1 more raider here at the gun deck, and he will also come with an additional search token. And to be honest, I have no clue how to get down to the crew quarters in order to free Michael, because we don't have any fairy dust with us, so we cannot move through the locations of pirates. All of the colors are present. There's a sniper. I have no clue, to be honest. I really don't. Okay, but yeah, we cannot help it. Let's move over to Tinkerbell. And unfortunately, she has to roll all 4 dice. So I think there's not really much that she will be able to do. She has a hell of a lot of those coins, but yeah, she will not be able to use it. Of course, she could fly to Neverland, for example. Okay, maybe this is a possibility, but of course we have to roll the dice first. Let's see what we get. Okay, 2 fight actions, 1 free action, and 1 courage action, which we cannot use right now. Of course, we can use it for ourselves, but apart from that, there's really not much we can do. Yeah, I think this is pretty much game over. There's no way I can get to Michael down there in the crew quarters. So yeah, why not? Let's simply fight. Let's remove this raider here. Then I think, why not? Let's search. Yeah. So let's Let's remove the token. Let's draw a card. Broken chain. This isn't useful anymore. Discard this card. So we are out of luck here too. Then we use our courage action to remove one despair token. If we would have been able to somehow move to the mid deck here, then we would have been able to use this courage token to basically wake Peter up. But yeah, we were not able to do that, and we still have one more fight action, but there is nothing we can do with that, and this really sucks. So let's move over. This is the last threat card in the deck. Coincidence or not, but of course we would have to reshuffle this deck anyway, but let's draw it. And yeah, red threat will get activated, which clearly means that this raider here will kill poor Michael. Whoa. And this also means game over. Wow, this was really a tough game. I really underestimated this game. It looked pretty simple, and rule-wise it is, but from a tactical and strategic perspective, this is really huge. Of course, you are somewhat dependent on what cards you draw, when you, what dice you roll, when you have some of those despair tokens. But I think especially during rounds 1 to 3, I did some very poor decisions, not using the taunt ability as effective as I could use it. I really stepped into a space and I basically weren't able to move at all, and things like that. This was already, yeah, the beginning of the end, to be honest. So no wonder I lost this game badly. At least I was able to rescue one of the hostages, John here, but unfortunately poor little Michael didn't make it. Tough, 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 tough. That's for sure. And I also just noticed I forgot to place Captain Hook here at the captain's cabin, but to be honest, I was pretty sure I wouldn't stand another turn anyway. But yeah, just for show effects, let's place him here into his captain's cabin. And yeah, I have no idea how we would have been able to defeat him anyway. I really hope you enjoyed my little playthrough of Neverland's Legacy here. I certainly did, even though I was kicked in the face by it. That's sure. I will definitely play it again, and I think I will do some more practicing and exercising with my family and so on. My son is a huge fan of Peter Pan, so I think we will definitely give this one a try more than once. And then I might come back to do another round and maybe then play as the pirate or so. Let's see how things go. Really hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and yeah, until then, bye bye.